Hello, Jen here with a layout for the Everyday Inspiration series. This is a series that Christy, Crystal, Daisy, Dolly, Lisa, and myself do every month, where one of us takes a picture from our everyday lives and we all use that as inspiration for a layout. So you saw there at the beginning of the video, that is Daisy's photo from a recent trip that her and her family took, and it's absolutely stunning. I love this picture so much. She really captured a good shot. And there's so many ways that this picture can inspire layouts. I mean, you could literally take it at face value and scrap some aquarium shots. I've never been to SeaWorld. I think that's what it is in Florida. I think that's where they went. I could be wrong, but wherever it is, I've never been to that particular theme park, but I have been to Marineland, and so I know I definitely have photos that are similar to this from the orca shows and stuff like that. And I was also at the Vancouver Aquarium when they had orcas, so I know I have lots of pictures like that. But any aquarium photos obviously would be a great, this is a great inspiration for them. There's also, for me, I found just these really fun kind of this design element to the photo. And I think the thing that really, other than sort of just this breathtaking moment that she was able to capture where the orca is almost completely out of the water, I mean, that's just kind of really cool and awe-inspiring. But she framed the photo really well. I don't know if she did that intentionally, but she really executed it well. And so there's this really cool design element of kind of the black and white contrasting with the rest of the picture. And so that's what really spoke to me the most. I've definitely been on a black and white kick, but I just love the way that you get this feeling of those black and white vertical lines coming from the picture. So you can see here I've sort of taken my layout design and I'm following that same structure. So I've put my picture on the right hand side and I'm going to do black and white vertical lines with white kind of being in the center and then the black being more on the outside. And then of course there are some little pops of color. So most of it is blue, and I did almost plan to kind of do some blue mixed media in the background, and then I ended up not, because I just felt like this particular picture, this particular layout didn't really need it. I think maybe if I had picked a beach photo or maybe a photo that was more taken in the daylight, our photos taken at night, I might have added some blue, but I opted not to. So the color that I've added comes from that background paper that is from Vicky Bouton's new collection called Kaleidoscope, and I matted the photo with it, and then I used it as a border around the edge of the layout, and that adds a nice little pop of color. And then I do have a few little pops that I'll also add into the embellishments. I also have this piece of paper, which is kind of fun and cool. It comes from Photo Play. I just picked it up a couple weeks ago, actually. It's meant for you to color it in. So I think it's actually meant for markers or your Copics, things like that. But I'm going to pull out some watercolors, and it works so well with the watercolors. It doesn't buckle. It accepts the watercolors really nicely. So that was kind of fun. And even though rainbows don't have anything to do with my picture, I am going to go ahead and use it just because I like the sentiment, and it kind of did give me the opportunity to add in all of the colors that are surrounding the layout. So I'm just going to do really simple watercolors for the rainbow and leave everything else in black and white. And I don't know about you guys, but I definitely dreamed of being a marine biologist when I was little. So pictures like this always get me so excited and nostalgic. Yeah, so I don't know, I really liked this one. I always think back to the days when I was obsessed with Free Willy and how I just knew in my heart that I was going to become a marine biologist and connect to an orca, and we would be best friends forever and ever. Which clearly did not happen, but my daughter says she wants to be a marine biologist now. So obviously it's something that appeals to a lot of us when we're younger. Although I have to say she is much more serious about it than I am. And she's not really into the orcas as much as I was. I don't even think she's actually seen Free Willy. I should show her that movie and give her a little taste of my childhood. But she absolutely loves manatees, and so she really wants to head to Florida at some point and go and visit some manatees. So I think that's cute. And 2 years ago, when we did our cross-country trip, we actually took her to a research station for Memorial University in Grossmore National Park, and so she got to kind of visit an actual marine biology research lab, and they do tours, so she was able to take a tour and talk to some of the students that were there, and she really, really loved it. So she's a little bit more serious about her aspirations than I was, but maybe I will get to live out my dream vicariously through her. So you can see that I kind of have a lot of my black and white embellishments already pulled out. I've actually been really on a black and white kick lately. I'm really enjoying just, I don't know, the way that the black and white just makes everything look so much more crisp and bright, and it really complements all of the colors that I've been using. So I have a lot of embellishments already pulled out on my desk, and it's kind of been good actually to be on a bit of a kick because I'm going through a lot of my stash, which is really nice. And the one thing about the way that I scrapbook, because I don't scrapbook chronologically, I just pull out photos as I feel inspired to use them, and just put them into the albums that they correspond to. So it's okay for me to kind of go on these little binges, I guess you can say, because the layouts rarely ever are in the same album or close together in an album, so you can't really tell if you're looking through my albums that I've gotten on a roll with any specific theme or product or anything like that. So it's kind of fun, and I get such a rush from finishing sticker sheets or finishing products. So this has been a good way to kind of do that, I guess, and just let myself go on that creative roll. So yeah, let me see, what have I added to my little embellishment clusters? I have those freckled fawn cameras. Those are kind of like those nice soft puffy stickers. There's a bow from Heidi Swap. Those flat brads that are just sticky on the back, those are from Simple Stories, and there were 3 black and white ones there, so that worked out pretty good. These stickers are also from Simple Stories. They were just sitting in front of me, and I noticed that there were some black and white ones, so I pulled those out. and I ended up being able to use quite a few actually. There were a few sentiments and just some kind of plain black and white labels that, have I used it yet? No, I'm going to get to it though. Some black and white labels and a black and white heart. So I just kind of scatter things around, and it's a nice way to use up a lot of this stuff, and it also adds little fine details and interest to the clusters. So there's a couple of labels. Did I use anything else? I don't think so. Oh, those glittery stickers that you saw, some are blue and some are white, those also came from Freckled Fawn. Those are like never ending stickers. They just keep going and going. So I think I used 3 different hearts on this particular layout. And I'm just gluing everything down as I go. I still haven't picked up ATG refill, so I'm making a big dent in my glue dots, but I have to get myself to Michael's. I forget to go because it's not in a part of town that I need to go to that often. So now that I've got my clusters all put together, I'm going to do just a little bit of splatters and a title. So I thought at first that rainbow card was going to be my title, and then I'm really pushing myself to use up my thickers and put titles on my layouts. So I just pulled out a couple black and white ones. So this one says birthday supper, really simple, nothing, super smart or creative, just very simple birthday supper. And I'm going to do a little bit of journaling. I thought I would try it on the paper first to see if it would show up, and even I think that micron pen is like a 0.8, and it was not thick enough, so I just used the back of one of the little 6x6 papers, because that paper pad is only one-sided, so it was white on the back, so I just kind of ripped the edges and then did my little bit of journaling and inked those edges. It doesn't stand out too much, just enough that you can kind of see that there's some journaling there. And I will finish everything off with some sequins, so just some black and white sequins. Those are my little Dollar Tree sequins that seem to last forever and ever. So that is it. That's my layout for this week. So I have all of the links to the other ladies down below. Please go and check them out and show them some love. If you have any questions about anything that I did, you can leave it for me in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, happy scrapping. Bye.